People, what up? What's good? Y'all hear the background music. Y'all know we got a little bit more yapping to do today. You know what I'm saying? Dead game news, dead game updates. All jokes aside, man, we got a nice little balance update that we're going to be reviewing today. Y'all see we got the billion tabs open, y'all. The reaction channel is here, 2 cents, man. Y'all know we got to promote it real quick before we get into the, you know what I'm saying? Before we get into the other stuff, man, pull up to the reaction channel, y'all. 2 cents. We reacted to ruining your life for surgery and the hell of dating in Gen Z today, so them videos gonna go up. Let's get into Snap, bro. So we got what, 9 cards, man. Exciting changes. Let's start with our good old friend Zabu the Sabertooth, and I'm gonna scroll down. Even though we can see it a little bit better up here, y'all, my camera is blocking the view. My bad, I can't see it at all. So yeah, let's just scroll down, right? Anyways, bro. So good old Zabu. Right, they just took away 1 power from him. I think this is fair, bro. It's crazy because, you know, you look at the history of Zabu, man. When he was 2 costs ongoing, obviously that was the most broken. You know what? I don't even think that's the most broken card amongst 2 costs nowadays if they revert him to that. But still, man, you know, him going from that to being 2 costs unrevealed to now 1 cost unrevealed. It's I mean, his ability is just way too strong, bro. Like, especially considering, you know, how strong Shang, Enchantress, you know what I'm saying, Galacta, all of them are. And on top of being able to also throw him into other archetypes, like something with Wicked or something with you know, like a Surtur deck with all your 4 cost cards. Like he can have, I feel like he can even be 1-0 because of how great his ability is, bro. Like, this is just a no-brainer to throw in a lot of decks. So, you know, I mean, I feel like they could even take away a little bit more power. And I'm saying this as a guy who spams Zabu, right? As a guy who likes this card, man. But I think this is the right choice right here. What y'all think, man? Let me know your thoughts on our good old Sabertooth little friend, man. Good old Sabertooth little tiger. But we got a little Bullseye next. It's interesting, bro. So they just took away 1 power from him as well. You know, I feel like I haven't really been seeing a lot of Bullseye lately because everybody is running Mobius, right? I'm seeing a lot of Mobius. I'm seeing a lot of Luke Cage, especially on all this Cerebro stuff. So it's like his ability is kind of, you know, it's not really doing what it used to. Like even like a couple months ago. Obviously he's still great, but I feel like, y'all, if I was to nerf Bullseye, bro, I probably, you know what I'm saying, I probably change this down to -1 instead of -2. And you might say, man, that kind of makes him a worse Hazmat, but you also got to remember he's only afflicting your enemy, whereas Hazmat afflicts you as well, so you're kind of forced to run Luke Cage with it. But also, I feel like him being having kind of a worse Hazmat ability is acceptable because of, you know, he boosts your not your Mobius, your Morbius by a lot, right? He makes your Collector stronger, your Dakin stronger, your Scorn stronger, right? And you know what I'm saying, you can even get tricky and you know, figure out a way to run him into Ajax deck as well, and he's still gonna buff Ajax the same way Hazmat does as well. And you know, of course, you got Bullseye that you could put alongside you know, cards like, what's her name, Diamondback. It's too many cards in this game, y'all. I can't remember everybody, but you know, if I was to change him, I bump this down to -1, bro. I feel like that makes him a lot more tame and fair, right? In the absence of cards like Luke Cage and Mobius. I'm just calling him Mr. Mosby, right? But I'm rolling with the first 2 changes so far, y'all. What y'all think of you know what I'm saying, they do with the cards? Not Gambit though. Up next, we got a little buff for Miss Warhead. So now it's not any enemy card, man. It's any enemy character. So you can't like cheese her and throw a little spell down to proc her ability, which is, I don't feel like she should have been buffed, right? There's so many Now we already they have made these type of changes for other cards, right? Like they fixed Toxie, right? So that she no longer hits spells. But there's also still some weird interactions where, right? Like let's say you got Merlin or whatever, right? And they got Negasonic in your lane where you got the hood and you're about to play the polymorph. Let's say you play the polymorph and it like turns into Hulkbuster or whatever. Is your card still gonna die? You know, even though you played the spell, because it like turns your hood into a card, and into a character. Like it's still gonna be weird, but I actually don't like that they buffed her, bro. Like, you know, even though they're gonna continue to add skills in the game, man. You know, I feel like you gotta be careful with these. You know what I'm saying? Alioth type, Negasonic type cards where, you know, I feel like you don't want these too strong. So I actually don't like this right here, bro. But let me know what y'all think, man. Up next, Miss Mirage, bruh. Just one more power. I like it. Yeah, man. Let's make the cause I really feel like I don't see a lot of what you call it, like hand card generation. These Agent 13, Maria Hill, even Infinity Ultron type decks, man. I feel like they're a lot stronger with cards like Victoria Hand, and you know you can run a pretty strong Devil Dinosaur deck. But yeah, I do feel like that archetype needs some love. So I actually like this little this small change they made to Mirage. I wonder if it's too crazy to change this to +3 power as well. Maybe it is. Actually, probably not, because it is the lowest cost, right? So you're probably never gonna hit like an Iron Man and get like a 5/3 Iron Man. So shoot, I even give her right +3 power, and it says down here, right, that she's no longer gonna hit skills. So I guess they just being consistent with the skill stuff, and it makes sense for them to do that for this card. I just don't like it for her, bro. Make everybody else consistent except her, right? It's kind of like the move stuff, man. Like, you know, Juggernaut is the only one who hits unrevealed cards, but you know, everybody else gotta be revealed, man. Make her the bad exception, right? Which out to the Mirage change. It's robbery hard. Yeah, the regular thing is not good, bro. Give him 4/7 is cool, man. The new thing is gonna be better than him anyways. And even in the high Evo deck, man, I feel like he don't got no more room, especially nowadays with the season, super season, pass card, fantastic card. Like, you just put him as your 4 cost, right? Because you got like a little mini Silver Surfer that's gonna hit Cyclops and all them, right? So bro don't really even got a spot in that type of deck, unfortunately. So yeah, man, he needs some more power, and it's literally his season. So buff him. He's still not gonna get used though, don't get me wrong, y'all, but I do like the change. Little Marvel boy, little boy back to 3/2. Yeah, Zoo did kind of my bad. Zoo did kind of fall off a little bit. You know, it's just not as strong as all this other stuff, bro. All this Galacta into a Surge boosted Brood. Like, Marvel Boy can't compete with that. Even if you get Gilgamesh in that one lane, bro, they got Sebastian in another lane, and they gonna Silver Surfer to Sebastian, and they gonna Galacta. So yeah, man, we kind of gotta, you know, even out the strength, right? And obviously, bro, you're always gonna be the Zoo deck if they don't get Kyra and you have Killmonger anyways. So I like this for little Marvel Boy right here. It's tough that, you know, he's not in Ravonna range anymore, but you know, you wasn't running them with Ravonna anyways. So shout outs to that, man. JKL 2/3. Yeah, it makes sense, bro. You know what? I feel like, cause let's pull up the cards. If it lags, then I'm gonna just give up on pulling up the cards. But let's try to see if we could do that. It's lagging. Oh, there we go, y'all. Yeah, let's go to 2 cost cards. if we can. We're lagging. Okay, there we go. 2 cost cards. Let's go to... Come on, computer. Don't breathe too hard on me, bro. Don't work too hard. All right, 2 costs. All right, there we go. And then let's sort by power, bro. 9 to 0. So I honestly think that even though her ability is beneficial all the way around, I think that she could get up to 2-4. She is completely outclassed by Mr. Fantastic, by Surge, you know, by Psylocke, to the point where I feel like even at 2-3, she is still not she's still not worth using, bro. Cause you can always just run those other cards, even though they're slightly less powerful. You know, the 1 power difference isn't enough. And even though if we look at, you know, the 2-4 and above, it seems that most of these cards have a drawback. So at that point, it doesn't make sense to make her a 2-4 because she doesn't have a drawback. But I think she's just that weak, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I think her ability is just that weak. You get me? So that's where I'm at with Jennifer Kale, bro. Make her a 2-4. We also don't have a lot of natural 4 power cards, I feel like you got these. You got like Leader, Crystal, Sebastian, and what, like Nocturne. We don't really have a lot of, you know what I'm saying, 4 power guys. So that's also another thing about that. But up next, man, we got Green Gob. -4 power. I like it. Let's get negative, man. Let's get toxic. That's actually a very interesting change, bro. I always preferred Green Goblin over Hobgoblin. And I really like the little, you know, if you're gonna run like your little toxic Annihilus deck, right? Put the goblins on there, put you know, the acid arrow from Kate Bishop on there, maybe throw Werewolf if you're trying to get cheeky or whatever. But hey, man, let's make him a little bit stronger. Why not? This is actually a surprise to me. I guess he, you know, they saying he fell off down here, so let's get it. Let's get into it, man. Right, let's get negative. Let's clog up. Let's get a little bit more toxic, right? But I do think him being the same power as the Hood, and the Hood being able to get sent over to your side a lot easier than he was. You know, it kind of makes sense that they gotta give him a little bit of negative oomph. Is that even a... Y'all get what I'm saying, bro. Who's up next? Doom. Last but not least, Doom 99, bro. They only gave him 1 power. They didn't do nothing to the Doom bots. I think that... Man, I feel like this card is really hard to adjust. I feel like he can get broken way too easily, you guys. Like, I don't like them reverting the Doom bots back to 1. You know, back to... Here, let's just pull them up. Back to like 1 power each instead of like starting at 0. Like, I don't like that, bro. You know, I think if they are gonna do that, make him 5 costs and then give the Doom bots 1 power. You know what I'm saying? Cause then, I mean, that gives you a reason to run Jennifer Kale, but at the same time, you still got your turn 3 Psylocke that you could do, or you could get lucky. So that's and hit him with Fantastic or Surge, right? So he's still not gonna use Jennifer Kale, unfortunately. But I guess he needed something. Don't get me wrong, it's still pretty strong, right? Especially if you get Blue Marvel and regular Doom out, like that Doom ongoing stuff is pretty sick, right? Like it's pretty strong, but I guess right now he is kind of too weak, bro. But right, they got First Steps Invisible Woman coming out pretty soon, who's gonna make him even stronger. So Yeah, I just feel like this is a hard card to balance. Maybe he's not good right now. I feel like in next week or a couple of weeks, bro, as all these end of turn cards, more and more of them are released, bro, like he gonna be crazy. But that's my patch overview, y'all. What do y'all like, agree with, disagree with? Let me know in the comments, man. Dead game updates, dead game gameplay continues tomorrow, y'all. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. We on the road to 5K subs. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.